Another episode brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook and app. Deke. Not only is it safe, baby, but it's secure and reliable. And for all the first-time users out there, if they use the promo code MOATS, they'll receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. That's a lot of deposit bonus money. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a fair amount.
That's a good amount of money. Good amount of money. So, with that being said, download the app, use the promo code, and you can get an opportunity. Because that's all you want, is an opportunity to make that money, baby. That's it. Download the app, use the promo code, get the opportunity, baby. This was one of those games where I felt like Rodgers played really good at quarterback. Packers played bad as a team. Mm-hmm. I felt like Bucs took advantage of the Packers playing bad, but then we all just threw all the credit to Brady. I feel like when I walked away from the game, that was the Brady 10th Super Bowl appearance. Man, takes his team to the Super Bowl for the, his first time in the NFC, first time with the organization, takes the Super Bowl. And it just really became about Brady. And I understand what he's doing. Like, this is crazy to go back. But I just felt like anyone that watched that game, you weren't leaving saying, Brady's the reason. Like, it didn't matter what was going on to me. I said, man, their defense played way better than I expected, especially their edge rushers. We talked about Shaq Barrett and JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul. It's that 2010 class. I shouldn't have went against him. I'm sorry, guys. But for me, that was the thing that stood out the most. It was like you could just see them getting after Rodgers. And
even when he did have time, though, yes, some of his receivers were covered.
Yeah, and man, I was surprised by that as well. I'm not gonna lie. Because we've been seeing their receivers just cook guys, man. Like, just look unstoppable. And early on, we're like, okay, maybe this is the game that we used to. But man, they couldn't hold up. They could not hold up. And to me, like I said, and Brady played well. I thought he did play well enough, but
a couple dumb picks.
Yeah, the picks, like, that's what made it interesting in the second half. But that's also why I was just kind of like, I left the game kind of just like mixed, because I felt like at times Brady played really well, but then his picks were just like, why are you throwing that? You know what I mean? Like, it was just uncharacteristic from him.
Yeah, the picks didn't really kill him though, because they were all in their zone. Right. I think that's what it was. And he had those good plays. Like the one before half was like,
dude.
What was that? Is that more? That has to be more on the defense.
No, without doubt. Listen.
They probably didn't want to give up the field goal, like the 10 yards.
This is the thing, bro. First off, and Mike Patton is my guy in terms of DC. Like, I respect his approach to games, his plans. I think he has a really good feel for calling games. I hated that call though. It reminded me of the Dolphins call halftime before us last year. You go cover 0 in the middle of the field. They go cover 1 right there. You don't need to go cover 1 right there. I understand you want to protect against, don't give them so much yards so they can get a field goal. But what can kill you right there? The field goal or cover 1, your corner at bad eyes, period. Like, I don't know what he's looking at.
Why not cover 2?
Well, this is the thing. So you typically want to go zone, period. Like 2, 4. For me, I'm playing 4, so because I'm not worried about the run. So I'm telling my 2 safeties, don't even react to anything run related. We want to make sure that we got all our bases covered deep. That field goal won't kill us. This touchdown can kill us.
Okay, so you were good with giving up 10 yards.
I'll be fine with that. So that will be my approach. I'm going cover 4, or if I want to be a little bit more aggressive, I go cover 6. So I get the safety help, but you get the cover 2 on the backside that you're talking about, right? In terms of getting hands on that boundary receiver and making sure you still got help over top, disrupt the timing, you're fine. They don't do any of that. You go cover 1, you don't disrupt them off the break. Then you got your eyes in the backfield. You got zone eyes, but you're playing man defense. How does that gonna work for you? And then you saw him at the end. He looked like, he's trying to feel for the guy. And he's like, where is he at? Looks up. Yeah, what you thought was gonna happen? You never touched him. How do you expect to be successful in man-to-man coverage if you never touch the guy? You don't look at him. You didn't reroute them. You didn't get in phase with them. The biggest rules when you're talking about as a DB or anybody in man-to-man coverage, you do not look back unless your elbow, right here, your elbow, and I got lotion on, so don't judge me. I'm clean. But if your elbow, this is the rule, if your elbow can't touch the guy that you're guarding, elbow, butt, because obviously, like, if you're playing against him, you run up the sideline, you want to be in contact. If you're not in contact with that guy, you're not supposed to look back. Because when you're looking back, you're losing speed. And along with losing speed, you're getting separation. And that's what you saw right there. The corner, he never reroutes him, so he never disrupts his timing. He never gets in phase with him. He starts to run with him, but he never looks at him. So he's never even seeing him. And you see the receiver literally just getting a little bit of space, getting nice width. And then from there, runs by him. Now he's looking, oh, can I get it? Can I feel him? Can I feel him? Oh, it's too late. Touchdown. That killed them. That to me was the back-breaking play, man. That was the one thing that couldn't happen. We talked about, oh, man, they can punt right here. Okay, cool. You give up a touchdown? Like, no, that's bad ball. But for me, I just thought it started with the call, man. Like I said, I was not a fan of going man-to-man right there. Give me cover 4 if you want to be a little bit conservative. Give me cover 6 if you want to be aggressive. Cover 2 if you're feeling froggy. Cover 1, man, that's like we going to Vegas right now. We got 10 grand total. We're going to throw it all on red on the first thing we do. Like, it's either going to be great or it's going to be a disaster. And that's what you got right there, man.
Yeah, and so I guess you could say 2 touchdowns on him because the other one, Mike Evans, it was the first one. And then the Aaron Jones fumble, the Aaron Rodgers
which one?
pick.
I mean, he fumbled twice. Obviously, the one that got recovered. But what was going on with him? Like, what ball security? Now all of a sudden, you get to this game and ball security becomes an issue. Like,
Devontae Adams drops.
They were self-destructing. Like, it was frustrating to see. But when we talk about in a scenario like this, when all the chips are on the table versus a quality opponent, you can't self-destruct. You can't have these self-inflicted issues. Then some of the late offsides penalties, I'm like, bro, like, it's just certain things situationally that you can't have happen if you want to beat high-quality teams. And this is an NFC Championship game. So clearly, this is a high-quality opponent you're going against. And obviously, they made their mistakes as well. But you could just see the Packers throughout the game were the team that was lacking in the details. And I thought that was the biggest difference, man.
Yeah, and as much as I agree with you, I think Rodgers in that game specifically had the better game. He had the better stat line and everything. It was just
he looked better.
The Packers self-destruction. The thing that you just got to say, though, like, Brady wins.
He's
like,
a winner.
It's just one of those things. Like, I don't care what the stats are if you're going into a game. Like, I want Brady over Rodgers. I don't care about the stats, whatever it is. I mean, because the drop isn't on Rodgers, the Devontae Adams drop, the fumble, but it's just like, I don't care. This dude is in 10 Super Bowls. There's a consistent. There's no coincidence here.
1,000% correct. He is a winner in every way, shape that you can imagine.
Like even the closing drive. You know what I mean?
The biggest reason why I picked Rodgers was because I thought if everybody plays to their potential, which we had seen up until that point, right? We hadn't seen the Packers come on playing like that. We saw both teams when they played their best. What was the difference in the games? It was like, man, Rodgers still is playing a lot better right now than Brady. So for me, I'm thinking if everything is going to be equal, then that has to be the difference. But when you play like how the Packers played as a whole, that doesn't even matter. And like you said, man, Brady's he's going to make the plays he has to make. And it showed up, man.
Yeah, in those do or die games where it's just one game. And he just gets it done. Dude.
But